Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Likita. I am pursuing my education in Sri Venkateswara College of Engineering in CSC branch, and my today's topic is explain the criteria for selection of landfill and urban flood control. Now let's see about what is there in the content. There are two topics: criteria for selection of landfills and urban flood control. In criteria for selection of landfills, there are subtopics like proximity to waste source, environmental factors, geotechnical considerations, regulatory compliance, land availability. In urban flood control, there are subtopics like drainage infrastructure, floodplain management, emergency preparedness, sustainable urban planning. Criteria for selection of landfills. In that, first we'll see proximity to waste source. Landfills should be located close to areas generating waste to minimize transportation costs and emissions. You can see a flowchart about selection of landfill here. First, landfill site selection. In that, there are three factors: environmental factors, socio-economical factors, and technical and economical factors. In environmental factors, you can see four subtopics divided: surface waters, land type, sensitive ecosystems, and land covers. Socio-cultural factors, in that distance to settlements, land use, distance to main roads. Technical and economical factors, in that you can see slope and distance to waste generation place, means the distance between the waste generation place and the dumping place, that is in landfill. Environmental factors. Landfills should be situated away from the sensitive ecosystems, water bodies, and residential areas to prevent pollution and health hazards. Geotechnical consideration. The site should have suitable soil conditions and topography to prevent groundwater contamination and ensure stability. Now let's see about regulatory compliance and land availability. First, regulatory compliance. Compliance with local, national, and international regulations is essential to mitigate environmental and social impacts. Land availability. Sufficient land areas is required for landfill operations and including space for waste disposal, infrastructure, and buffer zones. Proximity to the waste generation source is a crucial factor for minimizing transportation costs and environmental impact. Land sites should be located away from the residential areas to minimize the health risks. Adequate land availability and suitable geotechnical conditions are essential for long-term waste disposal. Adequate buffer zones and setbacks from sensitive receptors such as rivers, lakes, and wetlands are necessary to protect the environment. Landfill sites should have proper drainage systems to prevent water pollution and leakage. Compliance with regulatory requirements and permits is essential for ensuring the safe and legal waste disposal. Urban flood control. You can see a picture here about how to control the water in urban areas. In that, let's see about drainage infrastructure. Cities need well-designed drainage systems, including stormwater drains, culverts, and sewers to manage excess water during heavy rainfall and prevent flooding. Now let's see about green infrastructure and floodplain management. Green infrastructure. Implementing green space such as parks, green roofs, and permeable pavements helps absorb rainwater and reduce surface runoff, thus mitigating flood risk. Floodplain management. Restricting development in flood-prone areas, and preserving natural floodplains can minimize property damage and protect lives during floods. Emergency preparedness, and we'll see about sustainable urban planning. First, emergency preparedness. Developing flood warning systems, evacuation plans, and emergency response protocols is crucial for minimizing the impacts of urban flooding and ensuring public safety. Next, sustainable urban planning. Integrating flood control measures into urban planning process such as zoning, regulation, and building codes helps create resilient cities capable of withstanding extreme weather and events. Now let's see few key points about urban flood control. First, collaboration between local government, waste management companies, and community stockholders is essential for effective urban landfill management. Next, innovative solutions such as landfill mining and resource recovery can help minimize the value of urban landfill sites and reduce the need for new landfills. Next, planning for post-closure uses of urban landfills such as green space or renewable energy facilities can contribute to sustainable urban development. Few more points about urban flood control. Odor control measures and advanced technologies such as gas collection systems are important for mitigating environmental and health risks in urban areas. Adequate monitoring and reporting mechanisms should be in place to ensure compliance with regulations and track landfill performance. Next, sustainable waste management practice such as waste reduction and recycling should be promoted to minimize the amount of waste going to urban landfills. Reusing the waste is more important than using the waste and throwing the waste outside. So you could understand something about criteria for selection of landfills and urban flood control. Thank you for watching my video.